So let's try that. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay, so good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Zoom call. My name is Emma Snedden. I am not John Holloway. I am on his Zoom code. However, he's currently on an aeroplane flying home from Cyprus, where he was at the beautiful Nat Young's wedding. I'm sure lots of you saw all the pictures. She looked absolutely stunning and they had a most amazing time. So he's on a plane flying home from there. So I said that I would cover this call tonight, and we have a very, very, very special guest. Now, before I bring him on, let's get ourselves a little bit in the mood. So I want to know who has ordered salted caramel this week. If you have ordered your salted caramel, I want a hands up. I want cameras on, people, okay? Please, please, please. Unless you are naked, absolutely stark naked as well, top and bottom half naked, I would love to have your cameras on, please. It is so much better for the people that are hosting the calls, speaking on the calls, to see your beautiful faces. It does not matter what you look like. It doesn't matter, like I said, unless you are stark naked, please, please, please put your camera on. It's so much better for the people on this side of it to be able to interact with you and see who we're speaking to. You'll get much better content from us, and also we'll get a much better feedback from you. So please do put your cameras on if you can. So if you have ordered salted caramel, I want you to put a number 1 in the chat. Number 1 in the chat if you have ordered your salted caramel. And if you are one of the lucky ducks like Erin Lepine and our team and a couple of others, if you have received your salted caramel already today, she got hers at lunchtime today and straight on the live, put a number 2 in the chat so we can all be super, super jealous. I have ordered mine. I cannot wait for it to come. If you're in Ireland or elsewhere in Europe, it takes a little bit longer. We have to be uber super patient over here. It takes a little bit longer to get to us. So I'm going to watch with massive envy as you lot in the UK all get your salted caramel delivered over the next few days. So get it ordered. If you haven't already, let's have a look in the chat. There should be lots and lots of 1s coming through and a few 2s, I hope. But yes, amazing. So that is a fantastic product. Don't forget, we still have tropical. So right now we have four flavors of complete that you can have in your cupboards and on display and in your Zooms and on your lives. So, solid caramel, tropical is still available at the moment, vanilla and chocolate. So there's so much that we can be talking about, sharing about, talking about on your stories, your lives, all of that stuff. So we've never, in my experience anyway, Ernesto's been around longer than me, he'll be able to tell it, but in the 10 years I've been doing this, I've never known us to have 4 flavors available at the same time, right? So absolutely phenomenal opportunity for us to be shouting about all of the different ways that we can do it. And remember as well, there's loads of different ways. It's not just shakes. You can do flapjacks and muffins, and mug cakes have been a thing in our team this week a lot. You can do waffles and all sorts of different things. So share all the different ways. We are not just a boring shake diet. There's so many different facets to Juice Plus, so make sure you're sharing all of them. So that's super, super exciting. Not too many 2s, but a few 2s. So if you're the 2s and you've got your salted caramel delivered, we are all very, very jealous of you, but I'm sure everybody else will get theirs in the next few days. So without further ado, let me bring on our very, very special guest. Let me just see if I can find him first so that I can highlight him. Oh, there he is. This is a fabulous background. So I'm going to bring you, add you to the spotlight here, Ernesto, and then I will introduce you and hand over to you. So Ernesto is, apologies if I get this wrong, but your title is you are Partner Relations for all of Europe. So Head of Partner Relations. It does say EMEA. I never really know what that means. So I'm going to say all of Europe because that makes more sense to me. So you've been with the company for a very long time. Guys, we are really, really privileged to have Ernesto on this call. I only asked him this morning. Literally this morning, I was like, please, can you do this call for the team tonight? And he absolutely was like, I've got one call at this end and I know you're traveling all over the place. So he has absolutely taken time out to fit us into his massively busy schedule tonight. And we're so really, really grateful. And I'm excited to hear from you because I don't think you have been on the PJ call before as a special guest, have you? So we are very, very lucky to have you. Let me unmute you. Oh, you've unmuted you already. Fabulous. So Ernesto, welcome to the PJ call. Everybody give it up in the chat for Ernesto. Hi, mate.
Can we see everyone? Yay! Oh, this is great. This is special. I've heard a lot about the PJ call, and now finally, I mean, I'm like honored, really. Thanks for asking me, Emma.
Oh, it's a privilege. We're so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. So let's dive straight in because I want to I'm going to give everybody as much content as we can in the shortish space of time that we have. So Ernesto, tell us your story. Tell us a little bit about your 30 plus years in Juice Plus, and how, like, what brought you from where you got started to where you are now.
Yes, I'll do that. And it's going to be my 30 years next year. So I'm in my 29th year. And this is a special journey for me. It started all in Amsterdam, in Holland. I'm half Dutch, half Italian. And after my time in the Navy, I didn't actually know what to do with myself. I was still a young lad. And I saw an ad in the paper where people were looking for call center agents. And this was a new call center that's going to be started in Amsterdam with a company called National Safety Associates International. It's the headquarters for the whole of Europe, and they were looking for call center agents. So I started at the water filter and air filter time 29 years ago as a call center agent. I did a lot of things in the company. I started off in the call center, gave back rubs to people. I was a party manager. I did all the stuff that actually did not have anything to do with me as a call center agent. But I was always curious of other people, what they were doing. I was bringing flyers from Holland to the UK by my car because I needed flyers there. So I was always doing things. I love this company. I love the work and I love the people, and especially our partners. So I was invited to events, although I was a customer, a call center agent. I was invited to events, and I was there. Then I was the supervisor of the department. Then later the office was closed in Amsterdam, and I moved to Switzerland. Dan Holtzmann, who was the country manager at that time for Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, he hired me, and I moved to Switzerland and became the customer care and franchise support and order entry supervisor. Then they asked me to become the head of logistics. Then they asked me to become the head of the IT department. I was the operations manager for many years for the countries Germany, Switzerland, Austria, and France. Then I opened up Poland, lived in Poland for 6 years, and we built the first NMDs there. Was an amazing time, amazing personal development for me as well, because I came from the operational side, and now I was on the sales side. I was in charge of everything in that country. Then they asked me if I could take care of Holland and Belgium because I speak Dutch. Said yes, no problem. I did that from Poland. Then the call came in from Switzerland and say, Ernesto, please come back to Switzerland, take your whole family with you again, and become our regional director for Central Europe. So I was then in charge for Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Luxembourg, Belgium, France, Netherlands, Israel, Poland. I did that for many years. And then 2.5 years ago, I became the director for partner relations. And I worked very closely with the man himself, Mr. Juice Plus, Simon Bowler, and he took me under his wing, and we worked the partner relations department where I am still at. And what we do is talking about the mission, the vision of the company, inspire other people, motivate, train, give calls to people, listen to what we can do better, the interlink between the company and the partners, our leaders. That is what we do on a daily basis. So that's a little bit of what I come from in a nutshell and what I've done in the past 29 years, Emma.
And amazing. Thank you so much. That's a lot in a nutshell. And you're like a bit of a jack of all trades, something like you've done, been everywhere, speak so many languages. And I think it's to be able to squash 29 years into about 2.5 minutes is pretty impressive stuff on its own. So tell us a little bit about what does a day in the life of Ernesto look like right now? What kind of things are you doing that people might think, oh yeah, that's the person that does that? What does your daily life look like?
Yes, so normally I get up and go on a long walk with the dog, with my dog Milo. He's a year old, but that's nothing to do with Juice Plus. And but then I'll start picking up the phone and calling our leaders, calling the people throughout EMEA, which is a lot of people. Doing Zoom calls in the evening, a lot of Zoom calls I have in the evening, doing team calls, doing trainings in the evening, but mainly it is talking on the phone. Then, of course, now that live events are up, I'll travel a lot and go to events. Just been in Holland, been in the US at the Atlanta convention. Next week I fly to Israel and have a tour there. Then I fly to the convention in Madrid. And also will be speaking at the German convention. So there's a lot of things about representing the company, being the face of the company, listening to the people, doing the things that need to be done, putting an arm around people, listen to the people. I think that is very important. My mother always said, Ernesto, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen more than you talk. Of course, I'll talk now more than I listen, but I'm a good listener. And sometimes people just need to have somebody to listen to and make sure that this company is not only business, it's not only product, but it's a way of life. It's a family. It's people you want to spend time with. And so even if you're in the front and making the sales, we love you. But even if your sales is a little bit down and maybe you're not the biggest hit anymore, we still love you. We still put an arm around you. We still listen to you. And all of that is a little bit what I do. They call me and Simon actually in the company, they call us the fluffy department. The fluffy department, yeah, because it's all the fluffy stuff, you know, it's the emotional things, and it's not about hard facts and you bring the sales in. No, it's about the fluffy stuff.
Amazing. And do you know what? I love that, because it's one of the things I always think makes us very different to lots of other, not just other network marketing companies, but other companies in general and business in general. Like business in general is very, you know, cut and thrust and turning up and working very long hours and that sort of thing. But with the fluffy stuff is what sets us apart, right? It's what makes us different. Totally. So appreciate that. Another thing actually that touches a little bit on that, and you said it yourself, that you talk a lot about the mission of the company, the vision of the company, motivating and training, and obviously traveling around and having lots of face-to-face and heart-to-heart contact with the distributor base, which is such an important role for corporate to have with us. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to have you on this call, really, because I think it's so important that maybe the newer people, maybe in the last 4 or 5 years that have joined, because we've had lockdown and we haven't had so many times that we can connect with people. How important is it to have that connection between the field and the distributor base and the corporate side, so that we can actually all work together?
I would say it's one of the most important things. I still remember the days when Don Holtzman, the CEO at a certain time, he was the CEO of Europe and the president of Europe. He had, in the early days, he had a picture on the wall, and it said, "The partner is our employee." Yeah, employer. So I think that is how I see it. Our partners, actually, if you guys doing a job, if you guys love what you do, then it's important that you guys do what you do, and then I get my check as well. Only when you guys become successful, I can be successful. So everything I do, I support you and I focus on our partners. Yes, there are teams and people that are focusing on our customers as well. I think those are very important, but you will find our customers. So we put all our focus on you guys, and we need to give you all. We need to give you the energy. We need to give you the love. We need to give you the tools. We need to give you everything in order for you to become successful. Only then this company will become successful. Because don't forget, the mission or the vision of the company is to build this long-lasting company that helps as much people realizing their dreams. Well, guess what? This is what you guys are doing, actually out there, talking to all these people, helping all these people realizing their dreams. So the only thing that we need to do is make sure that you guys have everything in order to become successful. And that's the thing. I get up in the morning is thinking about you. When I go to bed, I think about you. And then I think about my wife.
I was just going to say, it's a long time since anyone said that to me, so thank you. I love that, and it's something that I've been with the company for 10 years in January, and it's one of the things, the biggest thing probably that's kept me here for so long is because of that connection that I never had in any other kind of business that I worked in my life, the connection between the different sides of the business. I think it's a phenomenal thing, and I really want everybody to start to feel that, if you don't already, to understand that the connection between all sides of the business is what makes it unique, the company with a heart of what we always have said that we are. So would you share a little, before we talk a little bit about business cycles, which I know we're going to do, could you share a little bit about what the mission and the vision of the company actually is for those people who maybe aren't as familiar with it?
Yes. I mean, the vision of the company was created in 1970 by Mr. Jay Martin himself when he said he wants to build that long-lasting company that help as much people as possible realizing their dreams. And this is what we all do. This is what you guys do. I was just talking about that. So we're really proud about that. And then we have the mission, which is inspiring healthy living around the world, which I think is so special. Other direct sales network marketing companies, they're like, oh, I would love to have a mission like that. The mission of inspiring healthy living around the world, that is a mission of healthy living on the financial side and on the physical side. So it's the business and the product in one mission of inspiring healthy living. And who does not want to be part of a mission inspiring healthy living around the world? We are helping other people realize their dreams, and we are helping people making healthy habits and making healthy choices, which is a great thing. So I always say that the Juice Plus company is actually making a change in the world, is making a difference in the world. This company actually is making this world a little bit better. Maybe I'm a lunatic. Maybe I'm the only one thinking of this. And maybe put into the chat if you think the same way, that we in Juice Plus, we are making this world a better place. I'm a big fan of that. With every customer, with every partner that joins the mission, with every partner and customer or partner that joins the vision of helping other people realizing their dreams, we are doing good. People are taking responsibility in their own hands and want to become healthier, better version of themselves. They want to work on themselves. They want to help other people. They're doing it for the right reasons. They share because they care, all these crazy things. I mean, if you think about this, this is not a job. This is not a product. Oh, this is a business. This is a way more. This is a way of living. This is sharing. This is love. This is helping people. This is loving people. This is the way you need to go out there. And I think if you make that change in your mind, that this is not a product and a business, but a mission and a vision, and that you need to share it with all around you. And if each day that you cannot share the vision and the mission of the company is actually a day that is lost. And I think this is the way that you do. And I'll tell you, if you make that change today, your business will start looking different, because you will go out there and say, I'm proud of this. I'm going to make this world a better place. It's up to me. It's up to me to make this world a better place. And I got something to offer.
I love that. It's not just what did you say? It's not just a product and a business. It's a mission and a vision. And that is probably one of the most accurate ways of describing the difference between what people do in their job normally and what we do with this. This is, like I always say to people, it doesn't, and people say it on our opportunity calls all the time, don't they? It doesn't feel like a job. Guess what? It's because it's not. Right? It's absolutely not. It's a passion. It's and those of us who've been around a long time, or maybe when you first start, even, or when you are committed to this, like, look how passionate Ernesto is, like 29, nearly 30 years into this business. Like, who doesn't want to have that in their job, in their, daily, whatever you do for your income producing activity life? Who doesn't want to have a passion like that for what they do? And I don't know I honestly don't know anywhere else where people are like that in their, like, whether, I don't know, my bank manager's certainly not like that. The woman that works, my friend that works at Tesco, she's not like that. But the longer people stay in the game with this and stay with the company, the more passionate and the more vision they have, the more committed to the mission we are, and the more connected we are as a group. So thank you so much for just having so much passion and sharing that with everybody. I hope you all felt that as well. I know that I did. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about business cycles, because I know I want to pull a little bit, if it's okay, on your experience and your longevity with the company. And you must have seen, let me just mute, people keep unmuting themselves. You must have seen so much change. I mean, even the fact that the company wasn't even as it is now when you joined. It was called something different, and we sold something different, and it was still about, health, but it was a different product. So I know in my own experience in 10 years, I've seen lots of, personal business cycles and business cycles in the people of the people and the distributors around me. And even within the company, we've got new products. We've had massive periods of growth. We've had some very challenging periods as well. And that's just in my own 10 years and in my own business too. And my top tip for these things, and I say it to people all the time, is to hang on really tight through the choppy water. Like, just hang on really, really tight to the boat while it's moving around and and I promise you, when the clear water comes, you'll have hung on so tight that you'll just swim out into the sea, and it feels fabulous when you do that. And I've done that myself a few times already. But over 30 years, and from a different perspective, like, can you talk to the guys a little bit about business cycles and the importance of understanding how business flows, first of all, but also the importance of sticking with it when times maybe are a little bit rockier than normal?
Yes, yes. I think what is very important, what we all should have in ourselves, is the desire to become a better version, of the desire of becoming a PMD plus, the desire of talking to other people. It needs to be a burning desire, right? Try to mentally think that this is your plan A. There's no other way than to become successful in Juice Plus. I mean, when I talk to all these partners and also successful partners in my 29 years across the globe, they all had the desire to succeed. They all had the desire to do more and to become more and to talk to more people and to make a change in the life of other people. So I try to get that desire, and that I call it passion as well, because it's my passion to see you guys become successful. That's the beautiful thing is seeing people going through the growth, seeing people become successful. That is my beauty. That's why I always say, please tag me on social media. I want to see where you guys are going, what you guys are doing. I think that is so important. And for the people that have seen me before, also in other Zoom calls and on stage, for instance, also in Sweden, I love to talk about the seasons. The seasons in your life, ladies and gentlemen, the seasons in your relationship, and of course, the seasons in your business. They all go through seasons. Everything goes into seasons. Think about this. Think about this. Let's start off with the springtime. You know, the springtime is the beautiful time. We call springtime, I would say, is one of the most beautiful times in your business. Why? Because there are butterflies in your belly. You know, there's butterflies in your belly. Things are going great. You just started. Yeah, your business is booming. Things are going great. You put the energy in. You make things happen. You just started. It's good. The energy is great. The opportunity is there. But of course, you need to seed everything, right? You need to put the seeds into the ground. You need to start doing this. Although I'm going to talk a little bit about the farmer, yes, but think about also in your business and think about also of what this does in your relationship and in your life. So it all starts in the springtime, you know, seeding, putting the water out. Yes, you need to water. Of course, you need to water. You need to make sure that these little things are growing. You're not harvesting yet. You cannot harvest. It's not strong enough. It's still very little. Yes, but it's going into the right direction. So you are full on. Things are going great. You have a smile on your face because it's beautiful. You know, you get your first partners, you get your first qualification. It's beautiful in your relationship as well, right? The butterflies, who knows the butterflies in the relationship in the beginning? Woo, that was nice, yeah. They will go less and less. There is love, yes, there's love in the relationship, but the butterflies, maybe sometimes you still have them, but especially in the springtime, you got those butterflies, the beginning of the relationship, everything is beautiful. So see it in that opportunity as well. Don't expect big results because you're building, you're doing something new. You're putting the energy in it. You're putting the love and the care for the team. It's all very fragile, but it's growing and growing. So I think the springtime is a great time. Yeah, it's growing, fun, it's love, it's water, and things are going great. Okay, we all have the spring. We all love the spring, and the spring is very important. Now, after the springtime comes the summertime. Now, in the summertime, you know, you see the things already growing. Your team is maybe already a little bit bigger, and people get through the positions. You have your first results, maybe an SC or an SSC or a QSSC. Things are going great. Yes, you see it is all growing and it's getting started. It's starting to get really strong. The sun is shining. The things are great. you need to, of course, on the other hand, make sure that you keep on watering, make sure that you give it the energy that it needs in order to blossom, in order to make this better, you know, and don't harvest yet. Don't harvest too much. Don't think that you can, I've harvested now, I can just lay down and make it a nice life, go on vacation. The farmer doesn't go on vacation as well in the summertime. He needs to do and go out and work on the land and do the things that need to be done in order to work on the land, right? He goes out there and makes sure that all the plants grow, they have everything they grow, they fertilize, they do the things. That is done in the summertime. Okay, the summertime is the time for you to really also defend your values. Make sure that your crop is protected, right? I got a little picture for that as well here. You know, you need to protect your values. You need to protect your team. There's negativity coming from left and right. People talking bad about the business, people talking bad about your business, about maybe people in your family even. They don't like what you're doing. This is the summertime. You need to make sure that you are protecting it and making sure that this is growing. This is your little team. These are your people. Maybe they're not strong enough yet, but they are your people. They depend on you. You go first. You show what is possible and they will duplicate. So that is very important. Enjoy the growth. Yes, you can enjoy it, but don't enjoy too much, right? Don't lay down and say, okay, I'm going to do nothing now because it all goes like on itself. No, nothing goes from itself. You know, you need to keep working on it. So that's a little bit of the summertime. Now, everybody knows what comes after the summertime. Yes, of course, where is it? I have another picture for that. Yes, where is it? Oh, give it to me. Then it's harvest time, yeah, because it's autumn. Autumn, the fall time is harvest time, yeah. You can harvest and it's like really like, oh man, this is flowing. Things are going great. Things are going the way that I want this to do. Yes, this is great, but don't forget, autumn is actually divided into two sections. There is the beginning of the autumn where you are actually, you know, making sure that the land is worked on and you can harvest and you do all the things that need to be done in order to harvest it, yeah, and enjoy the things. This is the beautiful time of the autumn. Yeah, so it's people are successful. That's the beginning of the autumn. But on the other hand, please watch out because the second time of the autumn, it becomes a little bit more difficult. Maybe people are leaving because the winter time is coming. It's not that easy. It's a little bit like, ooh, it's not that easy. You know, the crop has been done. You have harvested it. You see that your business is maybe declining, okay? Because winter is coming. It's the same for the farmer. The farmer has harvested everything and he's doing good, but you know, things are now, he needs to prepare himself and you need to prepare yourself to go into next season, and which is of course the season of the winter. But in the autumn time, what can you do? What can you do in the autumn time? You cannot harvest anymore towards the end. What you can do is, of course, you can start planning. You can start working on yourself. You can do all these things in order to prepare yourself for the winter, but also prepare yourself for the spring. Yeah, so it's important within your season that you are, and think about yourself now. What season are you? Are you in the spring, maybe in the autumn, maybe in the middle of the summer, and then things are just going great? Yeah, you need to start planning. You need to start thinking, okay, what to do, where, what, like the farmer. The farmer says, okay, I have my crop there, I have my crop here. Now I need to change it a little bit. I cannot put it on the same. Yeah, so that is important because the winter time is coming. And the winter time, I would say you just need to handle the winter, right? I was very much inspired by Jim Rohn about his seasons of his business. This is a lot I stole from him because it's so inspiring for me because it makes so much sense. He says you need to handle the winter. That's the only thing you can do. You cannot change the winter. You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself and do the right things at the right season. Yeah. So the winter is coming. The farmer is not going out there and suddenly say, oh, it's winter. Oh my God. Now what? Yeah, no, the farmer knows it's winter time, so he needs to do the right thing. Now, what does the farmer do in the winter time? I'll show you what the farmer is doing in the winter time. I have a little video here as well, if I can find it. I'll show you a picture. He is, of course, working on his tractor. He is, of course, preparing the things that he needs for the springtime again. It's not that he's sitting in his house and saying, oh, winter time, oh, I don't know what to do anymore. No. He uses the winter time to become better. He uses the winter time. Maybe you can use the winter time to work on your why. Use the winter time also to enjoy the winter. And listen, it's winter time. Okay, yes, in my business, things are not going great. Yes, but I'm still here. I'm still not giving up, still doing the right things in order to prepare myself for the springtime. Yeah, because spring is coming. The thing is, in the normal year, the winter has 3 months. In your business, your winter can take up to, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? If you don't do the right things, if you rest and say, okay, this is a winter, I'm a total winter guy, and I don't know, and oh, look at me, I'm a self-pity, then your winter will take a long time. Use the winter to plan, use your winter to work on yourself in order to become a better version of yourself, okay? So the winter time is in order to get stronger. The winter time is to work on your why. The winter time is working on your personal development, working on the method, working on your DMOs, making things better for you to get better. Because the beautiful thing is, after the winter time, springtime is up again. Yeah, the smile is in your face. Things are going into the right direction. You love this. There's things growing again. Things are going better. And this is the beautiful thing. And I'll tell you, it is like, I would say it's a little bit like a roller coaster. Yeah, a little bit like a roller coaster. Think about this. If you're sitting on the roller coaster, here we go, okay? So, oh my God, this is a roller coaster, we're going down. We go left, we go right, and we go over the top. You're not getting out of the roller coaster in the middle of the roller coaster ride, right? You wait until the end, and now the beauty comes. When you do the second turn, you know already what's coming. You know what is left, you know what is right. Yeah, so you start to enjoy it a little bit more. And that is actually also with the seasons. You need to go through the spring. You need to also enjoy the summer, then go through the autumn and handle the winter, and then go back to the spring. Why? Because every time you learn something, and it's the same in your life, it's the same in your relationship. You need to handle all these seasons to become a better person, to have a better relationship, to be a better person. And that is the beauty of our business. And that is the beauty of understanding that you are just part of a cycle that is coming anyway. So don't be sad if you're in the winter. Don't be too happy when you're in the summer, right? Because things happen, things will change. And now that you know, you can do something about this, right? And I love to hike in the mountains. I don't know how much time we have, and I just don't want to overdo this. Okay, good. I like to hike in the mountains. Yeah, let me know if you like hiking in the mountains. Living in Switzerland, it's very nice, of course, to hike in the mountains. Yeah, but think about this. There are, I call them climate zones. I call them vegetation zones. You see it here. Yeah. And what I mean with that, to go to the top of the mountain, you need to go certain stages in your business. So you maybe start off in the valley, yeah, and everything is just nice. The sun is there, it's 25 degrees, you got a short pants on, a t-shirt, you start walking up that mountain, and you will see that going up the mountain, going up to the PMD plus position, you will move from the summertime to maybe to the autumn time. And then when you go hiking as well, you see the vegetation changes. Yeah, you go from leaf trees to needle trees, and then there's more rocks, which is also a little bit like the seasons of your business, the seasons of your life. In order to get to the top of your business, You really need to understand that you need to handle all these times. And that's why, and when I saw that, when I was hiking in the mountains, it's wow, in order to get up into that top position here, and that is the PMD plus position, you are going through the vegetation zones, which are also the seasons. Yeah. So here it is, in your life, in your business, in your relationship, everything has seasons. And for you to get up there, and let me know in the chat here if you want to become a PMD plus, okay? Am I talking to people that just love to be a partner plus, a senior partner, or are we talking to future leaders in this company, PMD pluses, PMDs? Let me know in the chat if you want to become and do everything in order to become a PMD or a PMD plus. Now, tell me, so if you want to go there, you need to handle all these seasons. It's coming, and your team will handle the seasons, and people will come to you and say it's not working and it's not doing it. Like, you know that those seasons will come and go, and don't rest too long. Don't think that your business will keep on growing for the rest of your life, because it's not. Your life will never have only summers. When somebody in your family is maybe not there anymore, you need to say goodbye to somebody. Those are winter times. Everybody needs to handle those winter times, and then there will be beautiful moments again. A child is born, you get a grandson, you get a child. There's so many beautiful things in life, but it's up and down. It's up and down. So make and understand that it's all the seasons, and you just need to handle them. You need to do the right thing. You cannot harvest in the winter. You cannot do too much harvesting in the spring, because you need to do the right things in the right moment in the season. So when I saw that, when Jim Rohn was talking about that, I said, this is so helpful. And I hope it's helpful for you also to understand, where are you now? Are you a winter person? Are you doing the right things into your winter time? Are you a spring person? Yeah, maybe you are already relaxing too much and enjoying too much, but it's still spring. Yeah. Are you in the summer? Are you in the autumn? Is your business maybe declining and you're like, oh my God, I'm stopping? Because a lot of people stop towards the end of the autumn, the beginning of the winter. Oh, I cannot do this. But you need to get through this. You need to never give up. This is getting better every single time, every season you get. So hopefully I was able to share a little bit of my excitement about those seasons. And hopefully you can take that a little bit with you. And hopefully I can be seeing you soon at any other event or convention. And then I'll give you a big hug. And don't forget, you guys are the most important part in our business. You need to become successful, and we'll do everything in order for you to become successful. Okay, thank you very much.
Amazing, Ernesto. Thank you so much. I just wanted to add one little thing, because that was so powerful, and like the chat's gone crazy over there. So but the other thing I think about the seasons when you were talking there is that there's an element of, well, sometimes when we're in our winter, we're looking over there and going, how come they're in summer? Like, how come that person's
yeah.
in summer and I'm over here in winter? It's a bit like when we look at Australia and they're having like Christmas on the beach, and we think, hold on a minute, how come they're in summer? And this is the same, isn't it? Your winter in your business, or even in your life, can be the same time as somebody else's summer. So
totally.
Even in the business where the products are the same and the business model is the same, somebody can still have a winter when someone else is having a summer, because it's, but I loved what you said, which two things, which was handle your winter, which is, you know, not the actual season outside. I don't mean that. I mean your winter in your business. Handle your winter, and remember spring is coming. That is so simple, but yet so powerful, isn't it? Remember, totally. Spring is coming. Even in your life, we say it all the time when people are going through struggles and bad times and tough times, good times are coming, because that's the way that life is. And it's the same with this. So it's such a fantastic analogy. Thank you so much. Sorry, I've got 2 minutes left. I'm going to ask you one last thing for us to wrap up with, which is, we are heading, as a team, we know we are heading into, and as a business, we know we are heading into a phenomenal 2023 and beyond. I feel it in every inch of me that this business is going to be absolutely like something that you have never seen before, guys, in 2023 and beyond. So how can we individually and collectively, Ernesto, prepare ourselves for the summer that is going to be 2023 and beyond? What should we be doing and feeling every day to make sure that we are in a position to maximize that when it comes?
Yes. Oh, beautiful question. You know, the most important thing, and I would say that the biggest secret to success, to become successful in Juice Plus, is taking action. It is beautiful to be in a call like this. You can get inspired. You can be like, oh my God, Ernesto, this is so great. Thank you very much. But if you don't do something with this, then it's all worthless. You can make the best notes. You can sit front row at a convention and write and write and write and write and come home and throw the notes into the corner and go on Netflix and do all the other things because life will suck you in. I think it's important that after a call like this, the most important of a call like this is when you leave the call. When you go and take action, all these things, take that energy and go out and share it. You have something beautiful in your hand. You got a present here that you can share to all these people. And if you do that and you have the mission and the vision in your mind, with us supporting you with the product, with a better service, new countries, all of that, the hand in hand between the partners and the company and you with your customers, we are unstoppable. We cannot be stopped. This is the great time that is coming. Call it the perfect constellation. I've talked about that before, right? When moon, sun, and earth are coming at the right line, you can see the eclipse. And I think a positive eclipse. And that is something that we have here as well. All these things coming line. The only thing that needs to happen is for you to take action. And not only for now and the next 3 hours, but I'm talking about the next 90 days. I'm talking about inviting people to the next convention, because I know this convention is sold out. It's talking out, it's going there, do more, talk to more people, double what you've been doing, because you're so fired up and because you cannot stop. And that is what I want, because the most beautiful thing is when people come back to me and say, Ernesto, I took action and I did it and I hit that position. I started believing in myself. I started working on myself. I started talking to more people, loving more people, including more people. And then magic happened. I've seen it before. Emma, you have seen it as well. Magic happens when people make decisions and go focus, always focus, and build your empire with Juice Plus. Now is the time for you. Other people were there before. Now it's your turn.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of your time and all of your passion and all of your top tips and everything. I value you so much and we all appreciate you so much. Guys, give it up in the chat for Ernesto, who took time out of his Friday night to do this for us. So we really appreciate you. Everybody, make sure you go and say hi to Ernesto when you see him in Birmingham. He promised you all a hug, so make sure you get that as well. And thank you so much for your time, your honesty, your passion, your obsession, your vision, your mission, everything. We're incredibly grateful for you, and I'm excited for what the next 10, 20, 30 years holds for you and for us and for the company and for everybody together. So guys, thank you so much for jumping on as well. I appreciate all of you as well and all of your time on a Friday night. Have a good one. See you all next week, or I'll see you in Birmingham or anytime in between. Have a good one, guys. Night night.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.